It's taking too much time. It's just taking too much to do this now. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna get around for a minute. No, I'm not. That is the that's the 9/11 band playing at the 930 Club. It's a really good video. I'm gonna play the video next week at the end. Welcome back to my YouTube channel or my Substack, Transparent Conversations, Elevated Exchanges. My name is Calvin, or CPJR if you know me, or CPJR 300 if you feel me. What's happening? Light is green. It's an elevated session. So this show is called The Frame because framing matters, or how a story is framed matters. So I've been coming on here like once a week talking about an essay I just wrote, and what I just wrote this week was called Wedge Issues, Transgender Rights, because that seems to be a huge wedge issue that keeps coming up with the Republican Party or the people to the left. They use that to I've written before, the Republican Party basically has to have a boogeyman to present to their people so that they can be the saviors. I mean, it's a big issue. I don't know how often you see trans people. I don't see them that often. But that's what we're getting ready to talk about. So welcome back if you've been here before. Like I said, I'm Calvin. I write an essay and post it to my Substack, or maybe two, and then I'll do a podcast about those essays and the subjects that we're getting ready to discuss. And we're going to have a conversation about how how transgender people in this country became the boogeyman. I don't know what people are afraid of. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I still do think that even with the right using it as a boogeyman for their voters, also I do think that I think we did move a little too fast too, or the left moved a little too fast. So that's what I'm going to talk about from my perspective. From my perspective, since years ago when I came, opened up my marriage and went through that whole change of being monogamous to being first just open and being a swinger, then going into polyamory. That journey takes you into the world that's outside of what the let's say Christian nationalists want. The way all the way over there from a theocracy. So basically, people are. We like to look at everyone as a human being, and everyone has the same right to be here as everyone else, and we need to listen to how people want to be treated, and you want to treat people treat people in the way they would like to be treated, not in the way we think they should be treated, or we assign some level of importance to their being because they are living this way and not living this way. So basically, if you say to the whole thing when it came out, the pronouns, right? So cisgendered, you say I'm a heterosexual cisgender male. Cisgender meaning your gender, you identify with the genders you were born with the genitalia that you were born with, and so you're saying I'm cisgendered because. But I don't know. This is a real term that we started using because. I think it's because we didn't use the word trans. So the word trans has always been there, but we don't use it in a clinical normal setting. They use it as a slur, but that is the word. You're either cisgender or transgender, right? Meaning that you identify with your genitalia and that's who you are. You feel like you look like a man, you feel like a man. All the bits are the same as what we subscribe to a regular male, so cisgender male you are, right? As opposed to a transgender male, which probably don't, unless they went through some surgery, probably does have a vagina, can't have a baby, but we still consider them consider them to be the gender that they've chosen or identify with, which is transgender man. So men can have babies. But I don't know why it's so hard to understand. I think that, for me, who is always looking for, ways to treat people correctly, looking for ways to be corrected when I'm dealing with different people, so I don't end up offending them, and also being assertive to telling people how I want to be treated, but understand that if there's an environment that's not going to treat me the way I want to be treated, then I don't need to be in that environment. But I'm not going to try to change you and make your behavior illegal. Right. So if you're gay and you want to get married, I don't have any problem with that. If you, these are wedge issues I'm running through now. If you're straight and want to marry a tree, I don't have no problems with that. I do have a problem with that because the tree can't consent. So yeah, I do have a problem with that. But me living my life and my happiness doesn't come from you identifying and trying to live the same life that I live. So that's the part that I have a real just a disunderstanding or a disdain for that type of thinking, because it's not fair, right? It's nothing that they know. Okay, right. So let me say this, right? So I grew up, I was a straight heterosexual. I don't like saying this anymore, but not that it was a slur because it doesn't matter. Not to me know anyone else I deal with. But I'm a straight straight cisgender male. Yeah, heterosexual. heterosexual. So that's how I identify, right? So I identified all my life, no different, right? So based on that, I'm attracted to women, beautiful women, but women, right? So I'm attracted to women. I'm attracted to very intelligent women. There are openings. So I'm attracted to women, cisgender women, and no, actually, yeah, cisgender women. Yeah, right. Sorry, cisgender women. So in this society we have set up, that's fine. I'm happy. It's wonderful for me. There's nothing really. That's how our whole entire society is set up. It's for cisgender males to be attracted to cisgender females. So then they get together and have babies and get married. So that's allowed, right? But that's allowed because I don't know why. It's just allowed based on. I don't know. People have reasons, like religious reasons, whatever. It's just allowed. Sex Before Dawn. I think Sex at Dawn. That's a good book to read. So, it's just allowed, and so if I'm attracted, if a woman's attracted to a cisgender male and a male, you're gonna find happiness. You have better chance of finding happiness because your relationship is recognized as legitimate by society. Now, if you're a same gendered attracted person, then you're in trouble. You can't have happiness, but you're not doing anything wrong because there are other consenting same gender loving people out there too. So it's possible to have the same thing the straight couple has as the same gender, same gender. It's possible to do that, except society only accepts one, right? Why? Why do I get to be privileged to the point where I'm allowed to have happiness because you believe this is right, me being with a woman, but then a man being with a man, and that's not right. It's not even in the Bible as right. It's not explicitly written out that homosexuality is a sin, but that's where they teach it. That's the way they teach it. So why is that a problem, right? But that's not even a big deal, though. What we're talking about right now is that MAGA doesn't care. The people that's leading MAGA around don't care. But the reason I say they don't care is because they have a homosexual person in the cabinet right now, leading the Treasury Department. So if it was a big deal, these wedge issues to them, the only reason they say these things or bring it up or attach it to these bills and all that kind of stuff and just say transgender for everyone is because it works. Right, you're worked up and thinking about a part of the population. Do I know a trans person? No. So I'm trying to think for a second. I don't have a way to use it, but that's interesting, right? I'm trying to think of an interaction I had with a real trans person, and I don't have one because I don't see trans people on a regular basis. If I happen to see a trans person on a regular basis, I don't know if I can tell the difference, and that's, you'll see in the video. How will I know? Like you say, like trans people can't use the bathrooms, right? It's another wedge issue, or what? So how would you know? There's only one way to know. And why do you want to see that, you weirdo? All right, we're gonna play the videos. Did I read from the story? No, I have not. We're gonna talk after this is over. I can't. Oh, here we go. So I'm gonna read the first paragraph of the essay that I posted on Thursday on my Substack. In the show notes, click the link. Please subscribe to the subscribe to what? Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my Substack if you to help me get this out. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Bring up an image of any MAGA rally, and then bring up an image of Trump's current cabinet, or maybe an image of Trump at home in Mar Largo. Did you notice any similarities? I can answer that for you. Other than the whiteness, hell no. They actually have very little in common, other than all being white and most likely very racist. It's the racism that's really holding it all together, but that's not the point of this essay. Racism is just American at this point. Racism got a 34-count felon a 34-count convicted felon elected to the highest office in our country, and he didn't win by selling better ideas to the American people. He did it by repeating over and over again, they want transgender for everyone. Does anybody know what that means? Please tell me. According to Gemini AI, Google's AI, he used it over 50 times since being in office, starting in January 2026. What does that even mean? Are we all due transgender affirming surgery, or are people being kidnapped and forced to have transgendered affirming surgery? He's never had to actually explain what he means by transgender for everyone. So what does he actually mean, and why are they afraid of it? It's never going to happen to everyone. No, everyone's not going to become transgendered. Your school is not gonna force your child, or not force you to give up your rights of consenting to your child being, transgendered. I guess a sexual sex change. I don't know what you call it, but no, they're not gonna do that while someone's at school. It's just ridiculous, and it's just the whole thing. It's about, and I'm gonna tell you this: people will treat you how you teach them to treat you. So they don't have any respect for MAGA, and I don't know how you deal with that with people who think they're intelligent. And we're gonna see this in videos today. Aren't intelligent at all. It's like, how do you reach them? You know what I mean? Like that's the thing I see as a problem right now, because it's terrible out there. I mean, we're at war with Iran. I don't even understand that. Well, we're at war with Iran, and why our ally, who we went into, our war partner, who we went into war with, Israel. Why? I'm just like I think for myself, it's getting to the point where it's very overwhelming, and even trying to make it all make sense, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. And then for me, at this time, to finally get to a point where I feel like I'm doing good in life or doing better and have a good outlook and intention, and I ain't got no women messing with me, I'm good to go, and nobody messes with me. It's all on me. But to be in a good spot or feel like I'm in a good spot because, you know, I got a job that I really appreciate or like, and I'm growing in at a fast pace. But then to think about we're at war. And then the president of the United States is threatening to blow up the power grid or the power plant or whatever you call it, where they generate electricity for the whole country. Like, that is insane. Like, is this, can you do terrorism? Is terrorism by war possible, or terrorism by military? Like, if a terrorist get here, a sleeper cell goes and blows up a power plant, that would be considered terrorism. But if a country blows up another country's power plant, is that not considered terrorism? Because it's achieving the same goal, to inflict terror. So I pay attention, but I don't pay, you know, because I'm not here as much. I don't pay as much attention as I would before because it's not healthy. And there's to a point that you get to a point that, you know, it's gonna be the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be going in the same direction.
Since around 2015, we began to hear more about policies and laws that were specifically targeting the trans community. In 2024, we saw a record number of anti-trans bills that were proposed across the country.
President Trump signed an executive action stating that the U.S. government will now recognize only two sexes, male and female.
The executive order that defines two genders in the context of the federal government really lays down in clear terms the Trump administration's views on gender in general. They believe there is male, there is female, and there is nothing else. And that affects a lot of things that the federal government does through forms for federal workers and different classifications, notably for passports as well, that the State Department issues.
That's a well done video. But I'm like saying, well, I guess I'm saying, like, what is the point of 691 bills? How is that protecting anything? Do you feel like less of a woman or less of a man because there's trans people traveling around? And what I'm saying to you is that it's this. What I'm saying is this: they don't care. They don't care about because they don't. It's not a big deal to them. They vote for money, but y'all vote for these wedge issues, and y'all can't unite. If we can't unite against them, then we're gonna keep having this happen over and over again. But we gotta figure out what the fuck is wrong with y'all. Why y'all have a problem with other people? And these videos are gonna be like really showing what's wrong with you people. It's not that big of a problem. What I'm saying is this, right? Even with the whole, I do think the sports thing is something that needs to be addressed. It may have been moving too fast. They may have moved too fast when someone who is just started.
Is per capita the most violent domestic terror threat, if not in America, probably the entire world.
That's a lie. There's no evidence trans terrorism is on the rise or is even a threat, unlike right-wing domestic terrorism. And trans people are 4 times more likely to be victims of violent crime precisely because of language like that. But here's the thing. The Trump admin is trying the oldest trick in the book. Point to a marginalized group as the problem so they can distract from their actions, maintain power, and avoid any responsibility.
It's the same plan.
Why would they do this now? Because things aren't going well for them. More than 5 million people showed up to protest Trump in the largest demonstration in U.S. history, while his military parade's crowd numbers didn't even reach close to expectations. And polling shows Trump's approval on key issues are dropping rapidly. His approval on immigration dropped to 43%. His approval on the economy dropped to 40%. And his overall approval rating is just 38%. His base is turning on him on other issues too. They didn't take the news that he was creating the largest database on every American very well. And they're torn on his stance on the Middle East. So what do? Hey guys, look over here. We hate these people, remember? What that tactic does psychologically is manufacture an enemy for their base to fear and rally support around a leader who will protect them, reinforcing the leader's power. That's why Fox News covers trans issues twice as much as other networks.
Exactly.
You'll notice they really ramped it up when they want to distract from some trans issues. They're just using scapegoating to manipulate their base and maintain support. But MAGA is being manipulated into supporting actions that hurt them too, like Trump's bill that takes from the poor to give to the rich. But it's dangerous to trans people who are constantly the target of the GOP, despite being such a tiny portion of the population. And that's on purpose too. It's easier to dehumanize people you don't know.
See what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm just trying to play that this is an issue that's not an issue, right? As much as they talk about it and want to be about it, there's nothing there. There's nothing. Why are they passing bills? Why don't they fix their issues in their party, which seems to always be hit with a sexual assault or a pedophilia crisis? Or issue every few months. I mean, like somebody from the Republican Party is being sent to jail because of sexual pornography on one of their devices or a soliciting a minor. All right, one more. We'll get through these quick. I think that's the one.
You said that you're a trans woman.
I trans.
Oh, because this is.
Do you have a penis?
That's horrible.
You're the one that brought that into the discussion. You're the one that
never said anything about genitalia.
Oh, well,
everything to do with genitalia.
I don't know what my rights are for right now.
Audience, if you want to stay in here.
I don't know what my rights are, but that question was highly inappropriate.
You do not have to answer any question. If you're through, we'll dismiss you.
Well, I'm not through with questions, but I'm not going to answer that question. That's highly inappropriate.
Again, you can say that, and that's your right. So.
Okay, I'm a healthcare professional, doctor. Please treat me as such.
Next question, please. She's a doctor. I don't mention that. I hate that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so obviously this is what I'm saying. This guy they take it as a joke and it's fun, and that person, that woman, trans woman, she's there. Why would you say that though? He said that she brought it. To say that. That's what I'm saying. Here's the problem. Here's not the problem, but here's what I'm saying. They spend a lot of time thinking about this. Usually, if you spend time thinking about something, that's what you want to do. Go ahead and do that. I mean, leave us out of it. We don't have to be in this whole thing with y'all. Y'all are making this out to be a bigger issue. That trans woman, I have never seen that person. I wouldn't even thought they would be trans. That's what I'm saying. So I guess for you, you're gonna be checking genitalia for her. You know what I mean? Like that's what y'all want to do. Is that what we up to? Why are you upset about trans women or trans people? That's what I'm trying to ask.
There was one trans congresswoman, her name is Sarah McBride. Watch me debate this famous transgender Trump supporter. And this is like the perfect microcosm of all of this. There's one trans congresswoman and she came into Congress and said, I want to keep my head down. My identity is not going to be something that I'm loud about. Republicans immediately introduced a bill just to target this one person. So Republicans take this one new trans congresswoman and blow this case up and target her, and then it grabs all of these headlines. And then Fox News is talking about it. And then this one trans congresswoman is in the heads of every single Republican who watches Fox News across America, and someone who should just be eating dinner with their family is then worried about Sarah McBride. So I don't think it's because of degeneracy. Who do you think spent more time talking about trans Americans on the campaign trail, Kamala or Trump?
Republicans, for sure.
Trump for sure.
There was one trans congresswoman. Her name is Sarah McBride. Watch me debate.
it's just a lot of why is it a debate though? What are we debating though? Even if you're a Trump trans person that's a Trump supporter, what are you debating? I think it's just like that's what I would say. I don't think religion is about love. I think it's about control. It's not about spirituality. I think if you're a spiritual person, you'll see right through, what's going on. Most people aren't. They're just stuck at working on what they see is maybe the issue instead of actually the issues with you. Those people aren't doing anything wrong by living their life. It's how you react to them living their life that's the problem. Okay, I think we got one more. Now, this is gonna be weird. These are the people who have the problem, MAGA. They're gonna be asked some questions, and you're gonna see how they answer the questions.
Destroy the neutral family. Who does? But the left, the Democratic Party. You can't use the word mother, father.
Am I gonna get in trouble if I use the word mother or father?
They'll try to correct you.
What do you think of the trans issue right now? That seems to be a big talking point here.
I don't think it should be indoctrinated into kids.
Indoctrinated in what way?
Indoctrinated in what way? Putting trans flags in elementary kids' schools' rooms because they're pretty colors.
Those flags, they offend you.
They don't offend me. I think they cause problems for young people.
To see a flag like that in their school?
No, to have colors like that and then associating it to something else.
What are the colors? I actually don't even think I know the colors.
Neither do I.
But they're pretty offensive.
They're colorful, and kids like colors.
I don't know if that was a joke or not. I don't know if that was real or if that was a joke, but that was crazy. So you see this whole thing, the whole story, or the way I had this whole thing framed is that there's a problem with trans people, but I don't know what they want, or why it's an issue, or why we have to worry about somebody. What is it? Are you attracted to trans people? That could be it. I'm thinking that's it. Because it's too much time being spent on it. It's not that. It's the population size is not that big. It's not big enough. Now, I will say this though. I don't know how it became the cudgel to beat up on Democrats, but Democrats. So, but I don't know what or why. Like, why is that the big thing? That's the boogeyman. So, yeah, there it is in a nutshell. That's the first one. Now, am I gonna go through every Wedge issue? I don't think so, but I was thinking about doing that, but it seems like there's so many, or it seems ridiculous, especially now. We got at this point we're at war with Iran, so he's got to be impeached. I mean, this is seriously. It's just affecting my stomach. It's actually seriously affecting our health. We're being traumatized on a daily basis, and we're watching things happen that we have to support or we don't support. But it's still it's on our record, right? So we have to deal with it. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like hour by hour, day by day, but I definitely had to dip out a little bit. So that's it, man. I'm thinking that's it. That's just like, what can you say about that other than it's ridiculous, right? That anybody would spend that much time writing bills, 691, trying to outlaw what? I don't know what you're trying to outlaw. You're trying to say you don't want men in bathrooms, but the only way to check about what's in the bathroom is show me your genitalia. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that the worth it? There's been no evidence or reported cases of anybody transgender attacking someone in a bathroom. It's mostly just white men. So it's just like deflection. Yeah, man, I'm about to go. Yeah. So I'm recording this on Sunday. Like I said, I'm recording what I can. Life is lifing. Life is good right now, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. But I will definitely stick to talking about the issues that are just full of bullshit. You know what I mean? That it's not the issue. It's nothing that should be talked about to the amount. If it's a local issue. Y'all in y'all schools, with y'all whatever who plays in what sports, deal with that shit. And it shouldn't that type of direction should not be coming from the federal government. It's just too broad, right? Deal with that shit. I don't know if myself, I have to be studying more. I don't really know the criteria. If a male has a different body build and can dominate women in sports, that body build, that's a problem. You have to be on estrogen or whatever for however long time. That may make sense to me, like a year, like soften up a little bit. But if you want to see the difference, put a boy in a girl sport, a real boy, and see what happens. Not see a real boy, I'm gonna say a cisgender boy and see what happens. See, can he dominate? Because you're best at what you're doing right now. Something is off. Maybe you haven't had co-ed sports. That would make sense to me, because some girls, I'm gonna play basketball with a 6 foot, 7 foot woman. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna lose. You gotta be smart and think about these things instead of just like trying to just shove both sides, just trying to shove shit down each other's throat. It don't work. So that's it. I think. Now here's some go-go. Let's hear some go-go. I said I was gonna play this last week. What band? And the reason I play it is because it's good. It's good. Yeah, my birthday coming up in November. Definitely gonna be at it's on the 19th, which is on a Sunday. It's on a Sunday. That's the 19th, 420. So we'll be there. Canada Cape Cod, VIP. Can't wait to see it. So it's gonna be a 420 celebration. My birthday is my birthday. It's be like 3 of us there, but the other celebration is the 420, a fellow festival about Canada Cape Cod. So yeah, that's gonna be good. And I guess Saturday night we'll catch a go before. I thought I was gonna do this on one day. I'm not going to catch a go Sunday night because I got to work Monday morning. That don't work anymore. that doesn't work. If it's a work night, it's a work night. So anyway, probably like Saturday. I'm not sure where yet. I think it's gonna be District Kings, and I think it's gonna be at Lisp on Saturday night. All right, more details to come. But just hear some go-go music, then we're gonna take on home. Oh, go for a walk. Oh, did y'all watch Peaky Blinders? The movie's out. I'm gonna watch that after I get I think the edible's kicking in. After I come back from my walk, I'm gonna watch the Peaky Blinders, the movie. All right. This is the what band? I believe it's the what band. And where they at? This is a good video. What was I saying? It's the what band, right? Now, do you think you'd be that feeling that vibe? That vibe is hot, right? There you go. I don't know how it's a birthday party, I guess. The what band? Happy birthday, Chris Black. That's what it is on YouTube. All the links will be on the face. No, I got that on Facebook. So all the links will be down in the show notes. I'm out. Be easy. I don't know. Be ready. Be ready, because it's gonna be a long battle, man. This is crazy. All right, peace out. I'm gone. Is the right one. I never know what I'm doing. That's it right here. Nope.